That ruined careers, a mistake that created a legend? Whoa! Over the years, some of the world's best ballers had worn some questionable shirt choices at the back. So, I decided to make a list of the top 10 weirdest numbers in the game. And wait till you hear about the mistake that turned Cristiano Ronaldo into a legend. But first up is this cursed number in English football. See, Chelsea is known for their incredible spending power in the transfer market. These dudes are always looking to sign players. But everyone who walks into the club knows they have to avoid one particular jersey number because it's bad luck, the curse of the number 9. In the early days, Chelsea splashed the cash to sign Hernan Crespo from AC Milan after he couldn't stop scoring goals. But once he got to his new club and picked the number 9 shirt, the goals immediately started drying up. Crespo's form became so bad, he left Chelsea a few years after. And when the number 9 shirt opened up again, Didier Drogba refused to take it because he didn't want to inherit the curse. The next dude to pick up the number 9 shirt was Fernando Torres. And just like Crespo, Torres found it to be bad luck. Over the years, strikers have come to the club, taken up the jersey, and failed to impress. I'm talking Gonzalo Higuain, Radamel Falcao, Alvaro Morata, and even Romelu Lukaku. I mean, there has to be something about this curse, man. Also, there's something with strikers and the number 9 shirt. It's a trademark, and some dudes will do anything to wear the shirt just to make it add up. Ronaldo's nicknames was R9, and this was because he made the jersey number 9 his trademark at both Inter and the national team. But when he moved to Milan, Filippo Inzaghi was with the number 9 jersey, and Ronaldo didn't want any trouble. He immediately flashed back to the whole Ivan Zamorano situation, and this time, he came up with a clever solution. 99! It might seem weird now, but back then, Ronaldo Nazario made it a thing, and even continued with the number 99 when he went to Corinthians before retiring. Maybe it's a Milan thing to produce South Americans with weird jersey numbers. I mean, there were Zamorano, Ronaldo, and even the Samba King himself. Yup, Ronaldinho. After his final year at Barcelona, they refused to renew his contract because they thought he was a bad influence on some of the youngsters like Messi. So Ronaldinho decided to weigh up his options. And after Milan dropped the contract offer, he took it and was off to Italy. For most of his career, Ronaldinho had been spotted wearing the number 10 jersey, both at Barcelona and even the national team. But when he got to Milan, the legendary Clarence Seedorf was already wearing 10. And Ronaldinho wasn't going to create any fuss. I mean, he's way too chill for that. So he just opted for the number 80. And I ain't gonna lie, he made this one look pretty cool. See guys, sometimes the jersey numbers aren't all about the lack of preferred options. Some dudes just want to show off their math skills, like Mario Balotelli. Back when he was just starting his career at Inter Milan, Mario Balotelli was making serious waves in the academy, and as a result, got promoted to the first team. Now, with this being his first senior contract, there was no way Mario was going to get any of the main numbers. And when he saw the options available to him, he wasn't feeling any of them. Until he punched some numbers in his head and came up with a pretty cool solution. I joked about that 4 plus 5 is 9, right? And they said yes. Plus, I scored in my first 4 games. The number brought me luck, and I decided to keep it. A joking math genius. Amazing! Academy numbers aren't always the best, unless you decide to make them look cool. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm not even gonna lie, when I first spotted Trent with the number 66 on his back a couple of years ago, I thought he was going to have it changed a few seasons in. But he stuck to it, and the reason is because he's become too cool with it. That was his first jersey number at the academy, and he hasn't bothered to change it ever since. I mean, to be fair, it's become a trademark now. Some pushed him to take the number 8 shirt after Naby Keita left, but he decided not to. I mean, a right back wearing a midfielder's number would have looked weird, but probably not as weird as a center forward wearing number 3. Asamoah Gyan is an African legend. To put this into context, he's got more World Cup goals than Karim Benzema or even Robert Lewandowski. But it was at the 2010 World Cup that Gyan peaked, where he carried the Ghanaian national team on his back with a pretty weird number choice, 3. Now, Gyan's a pretty religious guy, and when asked about it, he said he took the number 3 because it represents the Trinity of God. Hey, if it works, then I guess it's cool, man. But not all jersey choices are because of interesting stories. And for this next dude and his club, it was all about respecting a legend. Back when he was playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League, Rui Patricio wasn't your average goalie. Now, the reason he was wearing 11 has a tragic story to it. See, before Wolves got promoted to the Premier League, they'd been in the Championship for a couple of years and tried so hard to get back up. In 2017-18, they were on smoke and breezed past the chasing pack to get promoted. But a few before the start of the new Premier League season, tragedy struck. The main goalie, Carl Ikem, got diagnosed with leukemia. And even though he tried so hard to get back, his body couldn't take it anymore, and he was forced to retire. As a tribute, the club decided to temporarily retire jersey number 1 in honor of Ikem, and Patricio decided since he couldn't have the regular goalie's number, he'd double it instead. The Premier League has seen some vintage numbers over the years, and these days, the new school of footballers all want the cool numbers. But my boy Alejandro Garnacho, he's still repping the culture. Ballin' with the 49 on his back, the kid's already an icon. Now, when it comes to guessing why Garnacho decided to choose 49, it's pretty simple. See, Garnacho is a huge fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. He's even got a tattoo of Ronaldo on his leg. Coming into the first team with Ronaldo in the squad, Garnacho did a little math and figured since 7 times 7 is 49, he'd wear that instead. Respect, my boy, reppin' CR7. But you see, it could have all been different, because if Ronaldo had gotten his wish back in 2003, CR7 would have never even existed. When Ronaldo just transferred to Manchester United in 2003, he didn't want any extra pressure on himself and wanted to ease into the team. So on the jersey picking day, Ronaldo decided he was going to stick with his former number at Sporting, 28. But Sir Alex Ferguson had other ideas and told him he was going to wear the number 7. Now, that jersey is iconic at United, because before Ronaldo, footballers like David Beckham, Eric Cantona, and even George Best had worn it. Ronaldo listened to Sir Alex, and today, he's made CR7 a global trademark. Looking at it now, CR28 would have been a huge mistake.